All right, the penultimate episode of the third season of Reacher has arrived. And I'll just tell you right up front, I did not love this episode. It wasn't terrible. It wasn't bad in particular, but it was kind of boring, you know? It was a lot of setup for the final episode, and I get it. You got to set everything up so that you can fit all of that action into the final episode. We still didn't get the Paulie fight this week, which I was hoping for. Now we got to pack that and the whole takedown of Quinn and everything into the final episode. That's just one thing I hate is when everything has to be rushed at the very end. I feel like 8 episodes is plenty to tell this story. Maybe if they wouldn't have spent an entire episode doing what they did, this little side quest, right? We've got Reacher and Duffy decide to go out to L.A. for the episode. Most of the episode, they're in L.A., and they're going to see basically the drug kingpin guy that Duffy was originally investigating that led her to this pursuing of Quinn and running into Reacher, and it's all very serendipitous. But they go out to California. They finally hook up in the hotel room. Who'd have guessed? And then, so they meet up with Prado, who's like hiding his drug operation behind like an art gallery, right? That's how he's funneling the money, or laundering the money. But anyway, they find out from him like things are worse than they thought, and they end up having to bring in the ATF. Like, she's like, you know what, this is a guns case, is no longer a drug case. Maybe we should bring the ATF in on this. Kind of dumb, because they should have known the ATF is going to take this thing right away from them. When they find out they've been doing this whole investigation off the books, kind of illegally obtaining information and evidence that can't be used in court ever. They're just rogue agents at this point. And Duffy, I don't know. Duffy's a terrible cop, man. She's cool with everything. She's a tough chick, but she is not a good officer of the law. Anyway, meanwhile, we've got some other stuff going on. We've got Beck and his son having a good father-son moment. Actually makes us care a little bit, maybe, about Quinn, even though he is the head of a gun-running operation. Not the top dog at this point, but he was at one point. And but they have a little moment where he kind of apologizes for not being a great dad since the kid's mom died, and that he never had someone to show him how to be a good parent. And it was good. It was a good bit of acting on their part, both of them. Also, we have Nagley in this episode. I know that they got to set up her solo show, but like, man, Nagley had nothing to do with this story originally. She had nothing to do with the first season story. She should have never been in that show. I get it, man. She's a cool character that us book fans love, and love when she pops up, but she pops up enough, like the perfect amount, right? It's sparingly. They use her sparingly in the book, so when she pops up, it's a treat. But in the series, she's in every single season so far, and I kind of don't see that changing, even when she gets her own spinoff. Hopefully it does. Hopefully she gets her own spinoff, and then we don't actually see Nagley. Maybe we get a phone call from her, which I was hoping would be the end of it in this season. I was hoping all we got was, phone conversations between the two, but no, they do end up meeting up. Nagley decides to hunt down, and I keep calling her Nagley. Look, man, if you guys are just TV show watchers, and I'm talking about Neely here, right? It's my mouth doesn't work that way. I've been calling her Nagley for the past 10 years. That's how it's read in the book, and I don't know why they ever changed that pronunciation. There's a G in it, guys. There's a G in Nagley. Like at the worst, it's Negley, right? Anyway, she goes to hunt down the guy who sent those goons after her to take her out, right? And when she finds the guy, he spills the beans like an open can. Like he just knocked over a can of beans and it falls right out. This guy spills everything. He's like, this guy Quinn, he's not my boss anymore. But I used to do wet work for him. I used to cover up things for him. But I guess he reached out and got him to hire some goons to do this one time. But he's not his normal boss. He doesn't work for him anymore, so he has no problem spilling all the beans on this guy. But one thing that Nagley learns, and that she has to inform Reacher of, is that he's done this before. Quinn has moved in on an operation that already existed, taken it over, just like he did with the Becks. But in the end, he ends up killing the entire family. And so we know where this is going. Like, once he gets what he wants, once this deal with the Russians goes through, he's going to kill them all. He's going to kill the dad, the kid, the maids. He's going to take them all out. So in the end, the ATF kind of does take over the operation. But they say that for some reason they allow Reacher and Duffy to tag along in the van to observe, which I don't know why they would do that, but they do. Got to get Reacher there. Things start to go sideways. Reacher sneaks out of the van somehow, finds a sniper rifle, and takes aim to where he thinks Quinn is going to come out. And then Nagley is helping out on the case as well. She's now met up with them. They're all back in wherever they are. I can't remember now. Massachusetts. I don't know. Where are they? Maine. They've all met up, and they're all kind of working together. Well, Reacher calls Nagley to see what's up, or she calls him, one or the other, and they find out that this is a setup. Like, Quinn knows that the ATF is coming. They're being lured into a trap, and Reacher knows it, and now he's got the sniper rifle, right? He's just waiting for Quinn to come out, because she thinks she's still following them, like in a chase, or she's still tailing them. Meanwhile, Reacher knows that they're not there. They're I don't know. An ambush is about to happen, right? Where Duffy and Reacher are, where the ATF is about to try to take them down. They're about to get ambushed. So that's the big setup for next week. I don't know how we're going to cram Paulie, the Paulie fight, which is supposed to be such a big deal. I mean, in the book it was. The book it was awesome, and that's what all of us fans have been waiting for. I don't know how you do that, because in the book it felt like that was a bigger fight than the way the book ended. Like, it didn't end with the Paulie fight. There was more to come. There was more of the operation to take down after that. So, I don't know. I feel like if the Paulie fight's too good, then it kind of hinders the ending of the show. But if they purposely don't make it as big, then that really takes away what we've been all wanting to see this entire season. So, anyway, those are my thoughts on the penultimate episode of Reacher Season 3. I'd love to know what you guys think. Let me know in the comments below, or you can reach out on social media at RealBrettScott. And hey, if you're a Reacher fan at all, if you're a fan of the books, fan of the TV series, please subscribe to the channel, because I have a ton of Reacher content on this channel and more coming. As the year progresses, I continue to reread the books and put out reviews on those, and then I review every series episode by episode. You can go back in the back catalog and find all that. So I do a lot more than that, though. I do all kinds of entertainment and pop culture content here, but big reason for you to subscribe is the immense amount of Reacher coverage that I do. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Please like the video, share the video, and all that good stuff. And if you decide to stick around and subscribe, or if you're already subscribed, then I will talk to you again real soon. Thanks.